What up, B Squad? It's your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new review for Love During Lockup, Season 5, Episode 54. And the episode was titled Ditch the Chicks, you guys. So before we do get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel, and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and have me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss Love During Lockup, shall we? All right, guys, so I don't fully expect to be on here that long, but y'all know anytime I say that, we're going to be on here for a while. But yeah, this episode, before we get into it, I hope you guys had a great holiday, great Christmas, great New Year's Eve, New Year, all that good stuff, right? And prayers up to those in New Orleans, I believe Vegas. Prayers up to everybody, right? That you didn't have, a good start to the year. It's crazy, man. 2025 is going to be an interesting year, right? Because in a few days, we're going to have a new, y'all going to have a new president. I don't claim that bastard. Never have, never will, but neither here nor there. Yeah, you guys, it's going to be, what I will say is we are definitely going to get through these next 4 years and we're going to be fine. But yeah, let's talk about this episode, shall we? So, like I said, I don't plan on being on here long because this episode didn't give a whole lot of nothing to me. So, we'll start up with the couple who I feel gave me the very least, and that is Savannah and Bradley. So we see Savannah. So Savannah is still, that plantation house, right? So she's in a plantation house in that theater room, right? And so she's having a video visit with Bradley. So she's bought some butt pads, I guess, to show him what her butt will look like with the BBL. I was like, well, your butt just might look like that with that BBL because you ain't got, your butt might look like that. Your butt just may look deformed just like that, them butt pads, right? So he commented on what her butt looked like before the butt pads and what her butt looked like after the butt pads. She got in her feelings about it. I was like, so you don't want him to comment on it? He even said the same thing, so you don't want me to comment on it? Y'all know I don't really see it for Savannah. So then Savannah talks about the fact that they should go down to the courthouse and get married as opposed to having a big party for everybody, paying for a party for everybody else. And I was kind of with Bradley. But I will say when it comes to Bradley, like, I get where you're coming from. Like, you don't want to pay for a wedding, but you want to pay for a BBL. Well, no, sir, she wants you to pay for a BBL because you offered to pay for the BBL. Don't offer to pay for something that you know you don't have the money to pay for. That's my problem when it comes to Bradley. It's like you offered to pay for it, but now you talking about, you knew you didn't have the funds when you offered to pay for it. How much did you really think a BBL was? Like, how much did you think the going rate was for a BBL? Like, let's be real. Cosmetic surgery is expensive, right? Like, even these braces on my teeth, these things are expensive. Hella expensive. Thank God for my insurance because my insurance is covering one part of it. I got a discount from them. And then I have my balance. And my balance, you know what? I really should just go ahead and pay that off. I might pay it. I might. Because I really don't want to pay this for the full 8. You know what? We're going to try to figure out a way to pay this off sooner than what I need to. Because I don't like that shit coming out of my checking account every month. Neither here nor there, right? So she also told him that she had another surprise for him, right? So she went and got her mom's wedding dress. And this was the point of the episode where I can see Savannah and Bradley, they ain't on the same page with each other, right? And what we find out later in the episode, I'm like, I kind of see it, right? But we'll get to her. So she's telling him that she's going to be meeting up with his sister, Alyssa. Now, when she said that, he was like, absolutely, now you shouldn't do that. I was like, damn, you don't want her to meet up with your sister? And then you can listen to the way he was talking about his sister. I was like, oh, you really don't like your sister, huh? I wonder what happened between you and your sister. Not that I really care, just was wondering. Because the way he talked about Alyssa, it wasn't that nice, right? So he said, if I get out, when I get out and if she's around, I'm leaving. I was like, damn, is that deep between you and your sister? Like, what she do? Did she take some money from, what, did she take some money from you? What did she do to you? Did she steal some, street meds from you? What did your sister do? So we do see as Savannah went shopping for furniture with, what's his name? Bradley's sister, right? Now, when I saw Alyssa, I'm going to be honest with you guys, right? Alyssa and both Savannah, they both definitely give a drugged out tea. Just being honest. And then the thing that was blowing me with Alyssa was them eyebrows. I was like, why does one eyebrow go up like they go up like this, and then one of them just went straight up, and it kind of came. It went straight up, and it looked like it was just stuck up here, and then the other one went up and came down a little bit. I was like, wow, these eyebrows, they don't. Never mind. So Savannah is telling what's her name, Alyssa, that she wants to create boundaries with them. And I'm okay with that. Especially after Savannah said that Alyssa put her hands on her. Again, y'all know I don't advocate for violence. That ain't me, never have been me, never will be me, right? I don't advocate for violence, but if you put your hands on me, it's going to go down. Just putting it out there, right? Like, if you put your hands on me, we gonna get out there and we gonna square up. But I'm not gonna ever really put my hands on anybody. I don't believe in that, right? And I do believe that once you put your hands on somebody, that is the ultimate form of violation, and you can never come back from it. That's why I be looking at when it comes to baddies and how the girls be fighting each other, and then they be cool with each other. I'm like, it can never be me. Like, how can you be cool with somebody that literally just put their hands on you? It's weird to me, but it is what it is, right? So Alyssa flipped out on her, right? And she says that Bradley told, the family doesn't like Alyssa because I guess Bradley said that not Alyssa, but Savannah asked who you love more, me or your grandmother. And I was like, wow, that's terrible. But Savannah said she didn't do that. And then Alyssa hit her with a 1-2 punch and said, yeah, when he gets out of prison, he's going to break up with you. I was like, you know what? I kind of see it. I really do, you guys. Because listen to the way he talks. It don't sound like he into her like that. Let's move on to the next couple, you guys. So, you guys, we got introduced to our final couple of Love During Lockup. I don't know if I'm going to have a picture of them or not. But Willie and MJ, they're both Tongan. When I had originally saw the trailer and I saw Willie and I saw MJ's ex-husband, I was like, they look alike. Are they twins? Are they brothers? Are they cousins? Girl, they look alike. You got a type. You really have a type. You love a Tongan man, but these two Tongan men look exactly, well, not exactly like, but they resemble each other. They definitely resemble each other, right? So we also find out that she grew up in Salt Lake City. She was previously married for 13 years. So I'm assuming sometime after she got out of that marriage and got her divorce, that Willie reached out to her. And I was like, huh? Why? I mean, I know that they said they've known each other for years, but you just got out of a relationship. Why would you get out of a 13-year marriage to hop into another relationship with somebody else? It just don't sound right to me, but hey. So, when she said she has a big family, right? And she's the black sheep of her family, she said her dad has 36 kids. I was like, what? 36 kids? Damn, Papa was a Rolling Stone. Like, Jesus Christ. Is that, I'm assuming, because I can't imagine a woman would want to push out 36 children. So I'm going to assume your daddy has those 36 kids with different women. Now, if he don't, then damn, your mama's vagina, I know it had to be tied to her. After number 6, I would have like, okay, we can't keep nah, it ain't no way. Your dad has to have 36 kids with different women. Because that is, well, never mind. Because, back in the olden days, women used to have 12 and 13 kids, like my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and I have an aunt. So 36 is a lot. 36 is a lot. But I'm going to assume that those 36 are with different women. I'm going to assume that those 36 were with different women. But then that makes it even worse too when you think about it, right? 36, even if you said it was 36 kids with one woman, hopefully some of those kids are adopted. I'm hoping some of those kids are adopted because 36 kids that is a lot of kids. How do you support 36 kids is my question. How do you support 36 kids? Never mind. Now we also find out that she does still talk to her ex-husband. I was like, why? What's the purpose in getting a divorce if you're going to still talk to him? That's kind of nonsensical. That makes no sense. But hey, if it makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. So then we see her as she went out with her family, right? And her family was asking her, is she drinking? And she said no, because she got a DUI about 2 years ago, she said, because she was going 120 in a 45. Why? She said she's been sober for a year. Again, let's run back to the DUI. Here's the thing. I'm not judging anybody because I've made, I was younger once. I made stupid mistakes. I'll tell you guys a stupid mistake that I did, right? Thank God nobody got hurt and I didn't get caught because I think I was like 19, 20 at the time. I know for a fact I wasn't 21. And I wasn't 21 at the time. I feel like I could have been 18, 19, between the ages of 18 and 20, right? I know for a fact I wasn't 21. Because it used to be in my hometown, which I know is on this show, by the way of Sam, right? So there's this club in my hometown, and it used to be $2 Tuesday nights for college students, right? So you can get in for $2 with your college ID. And so I always have my college ID. So get there, get in, and the guy's mom who ran the front desk, she would always put a wristband on me and my friends, not really checking our IDs to make sure that we were over the age of 21, right? So there was one night in particular where we got really drunk. All of us drunk, right? None of us should have got behind the wheel of the car, but unfortunately we all did. And I got in my car, came to a stop sign, didn't even stop at the stop sign, paused at the stop sign, ran that bitch. There was a cop behind me. And I knew, number one, I was drunk. I knew, number two, I was underage. So I was like, oh, fuck. Get away from this cop before you end up in jail. And that's exactly what I did. I got away from that cop. I took some turns that he didn't know about, and I got the hell away from him. But I would never do that again. I didn't. That was the first and the only time that I've done that, and I ain't done it since. I don't. But in today's day, I don't even really drink. I don't drink like that. It gotta be my birthday or my cousin's white elephant party. And with those two, like this year, like last year for my birthday, didn't get drunk, but I did go have a drink. But you guys will remember, I was in Miami, and I didn't have a car when I was in Miami, so I walked back to my hotel room, and I was fine. My cousin's white elephant party, we were there for 3 hours. I started drinking when we got there. By the time the party was over, I had only had 2 drinks, and I was fine. So one buzz, one nothing. I was just, so I didn't drink and drive, and I don't do that. Yes, but for her to go, that's very reckless to go 145 and 120 in a 45. Very reckless. Why are you going so fast? Why are you going so fast? So we find out that her mom has cancer, so she's going to be going back home to see her mom, and she may potentially run into her ex-husband, which we find out a year ago she had sex with her ex-husband. I was like, oh, okay, very interesting. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, let's move on to Crystal and Sam. I don't have much to say for Crystal and Sam besides the fact of Sam, go home, because I don't know. Go home. Number one, go home, right? This lady is using you and mistreating you. She's in prison, and you in little old Tyler, Texas. I love my home. I talk about my hometown with pride. I love being from Tyler. That is my home. That is where my family is. Some of my family, not all of my family. That is where my family is. That is where I was raised. That is my upbringing. Everything. I love my hometown, right? But I also know that there ain't shit in my hometown. Get out of that. Go wherever you're gonna go, right? And leave Crystal. Like, she's using you. So you guys remember the previous episode, she was mad at him because he was talking about sex. But I don't know if I mentioned it in last week's review or not. But she was talking about the fact that she's messed with women in prison. That's not a shock to me, right? So then she calls him this episode and she apologizes to him. I'm like, she's apologizing to you because well, we found out in this episode that he was going to go visit her. She's apologizing to you because she wants something from you. She wants you to come down there and visit her. She wants snacks when you get there. She's using you, right? So then she asked him, what did you do last night? Ma'am, you're jealous. If you even appeased him just ever so slightly, stroke his ego a little bit, right? When he wants to talk about sex, right? Indulge him. Help him, indulge him. That's the least you could do, right? This man is taking care of you and taking care of your grandmother, helping your grandmother, right? The least you could do is indulge the man. But Sam, this lady is using you. I don't think she likes you. I just don't feel like she likes you, right? So before he goes to see her, she wants him to check on Rita. So he was like, he doesn't think he'll have time to do that because Rita lives far out and he has to drive 3 hours to go see Crystal, right? And I was like, okay. I don't know that prison that she's in because I don't know any women that's been in prison, but I do know there was a sign, Gatesville. I do know that I saw that sign before. I think I saw that sign as I was traveling to Houston. I feel like it from home, but I do know where Gatesville is, and it is a good drive. I ain't even gonna hold you. It's a good drive. It's a good drive. So he's not. Oh, it is. It is because I saw when I was going to Houston and coming from Houston one time. So yeah, Gatesville is going that, and that's a long ass drive. That's a long ass stretch of nothing. It's a long ass stretch of nothing. So he called Rita up, right? Now I did have a question though. When he woke up on that couch, Why was he in a towel? He was covered up. He didn't have a shirt on, but he had a towel around him. I was like, ew. I was like, please don't tell me, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Like, I know how I sleep when nobody's around, but whenever I have my family or my friends here, when I sleep, I don't sleep the way I normally sleep at night, right? Like with my family, because like if my little cousin comes and she sleeps on the couch, then I'll sleep in my room, and I'll dress the way I won't dress like I normally do when I go to bed at night. Just out of respect for people, because everybody don't want to see that. But whatever, right? So he called Rita up. He went by Rita's house, no answer, right? So he ended up leaving, and so he's on his way to go see Crystal. Crystal is selfish as hell. It's all about her, right? But she did call him and tell him, Rita said that she's fine. She's just not feeling good. She thinks she may have a cold. I don't care. Not about Rita. I don't care about Crystal. I really don't. Let's move on to the last couple. Kate, Hunter, and Kaylee. Ladies, y'all both are getting played by a man in prison. Excuse me, y'all. And I don't know how that's possible. How the fuck do you get played by a nigga that's in prison? Couldn't be me, wouldn't be me. Because we ain't finna sit here and pretend like we having a relationship while you in prison. I'm be like, you know what? I know that you 9 times out of 10 probably gonna talk to other females or the women. Let me clear that up, because other women and or men, vice versa, whichever relationship it is. If it's a man and a woman, a straight relationship with a man and a woman, or a straight relationship with a man in a prison and a woman behind outside, or a woman inside and a man behind bars, right? Or it could be like Joey and Joey and our boy from Loved Her and Lockup a season ago, right? I'm just not finna sit here and entertain a relation. Hell nah. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't ever gonna happen. I'm gonna live my life, right? So Kate is on the phone with Hunter. Hunter is, I would say, gaslighting her. No. He's definitely gaslighting her. He's lying to her, but he was gaslighting her at the same time, right? Because he's sitting here telling her, oh, I'm telling you the truth, and I wouldn't lie to you. But you just did. But I'm telling you the truth. That's an omission, sir. Like, don't play with me. Do not play with me. You didn't tell me that there were multiple women that you were talking to. Okay, fine. I asked you to end the relationship with the women that you were talking to. You said you would. But now you're telling me you did not end the relationship with the women after you said you were going to end the relationship with them. But then you say to me, oh, it's nothing serious. What am I to believe? That's right. Nathan, like, no. He's playing both of them, right? Because he's telling them, he's lying to both of them. I still believe what I said last week, that the one who's really truly getting played the hardest is Kaylee, because Kaylee is giving him something that Kate is not giving him. Kate ain't giving him money. Kate ain't having phone sex with him. Whereas Kaylee, who is a young woman, not that young, because she's 27, so she should have a little bit of maturity to her, but she obviously doesn't, right? And we'll talk about Kaylee in just a minute, right? So then he tells Kate that, well, you're the one that signed me up for this. True. She did sign you up for it, right? And I don't know why she didn't, and I don't even know why she signed him up for it, because I think it's stupid. But hey, if it worked for her, if it made sense in her brain, it made sense in her brain, right? But I was like, sorry, so you trying to Jedi mind trick her, saying, oh, you're the one that signed me up for this. Yes, she signed you up for it, but you didn't have to go along with this. You're a willing participant in this, so you can't sit here and just blame her. You were a willing participant in this, right? So they going back and forth. And I don't know if he hung up the phone on her or she hung up the phone on him. Either way it go, the phone got hung up, right? So the next day we see as Kate is out riding horses, right? So Hunter called her and he apologizes to her, and he once again fed her some more bullshit. It's like, because he's trying to sit here and say, well, I'm being honest with you. Like, I've cut it off with them. It was never anything serious. And I'm like, but what about Kaylee? I wonder what they're thinking now watching the episodes air. They gotta feel stupid, both of them. So she told him that the women need to be gone or else she'll be gone. And he said, done. I said, no, it's not done. Because then on the flip side, we see him as he calls up Kaylee. So Kaylee told him how she went wedding dress shopping, right? And she didn't find a dress, but she found a ring. Now, Kaylee, what I will say about that ring, baby girl, I don't have a problem that you bought your own. Oh, Jesus, my teeth still hurt. I don't have a problem that you bought your own ring. That's not the problem. The problem is the fact that ring don't fit your finger. That ring is your fingers are about the size of my fingers, right? I know that ring got to be cutting off your circulation. I know that ring was cutting off your circulation. So he's talking about how he's ready to marry Kaylee. I was like, bullshit. So he told her that, because of our little phone visit that we had, they've added an additional 30 to 60 days to his sentence. And she was upset. I was like, why are you so upset, girl? You the one that did it. Like, this is where I say her maturity level is, it ain't there yet, right? Because she's talking about, well, with the visits, the first one, because they don't have video visits anymore and they don't have physical visits anymore. I guess because of the stunts that they pulled, right? She's like, well, the first one, I showed a little bit of the melons. I was like, why are you do know that those calls are recorded and monitored. Why would you want your breast on those? Why would you want your breast and your vagina on those cameras where anybody can see it? Not just him, but anybody in that prison system can see that. Then she says the second call, it got a little bit more X-rated. I was like, again, here's the thing. I'm not a prude. I've made my fair share of, adult videos, right? I have. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you or hold you, right? But the one thing that I am smart enough not to do is to, do it where other people can see it. And also, when in my video, in the video that I've done, you never see the face. You never see the face. You see everything from the neck down with me. You never see my face. So you will never be able to say, oh, that's JB. You will never be able to see it. You'll never be able to say that, right? So, and I would never do something like this where I would get on a monitored phone call and do some stuff like that. Never. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section below. You guys subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video. Until the next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I will see you guys in the next one. And I want to make sure I got everybody right. Savannah and Bradley, MJ and Willie, Crystal and Sam, Kate, Hunter, and Kaylee. We got everybody. See you guys later.